So the terms, words, demonology, demonolatry, and demonosophy sometimes cause a bit of confusion, and every now and again people ask about these words. So I just want to actually discuss each of them and have a look at the differences and if there is a major difference actually. Alright, so let's get into that. Welcome to my channel. You are entering the world of magic and mysticism with your host, Lee W. Johnson. Keep the lights on and help improve the channel by becoming a supporter for just $2.99 per month. Hit the join button. Okay, so the three words or terms. I think what we might find is that, demonology is an old word, goes back a long way. But when we come to demonolatry and demonosophy, they are newer words, well, newer in the mainstream, let's put it that way. Demonolatry, I think, has become something that people now recognize. However, to the best of my knowledge, the term demonolatry only started to be spoken of when S. Connolly started to publish her books, because before then it was traditional and family generational demonolatry that they were practicing. And I think before that you'll probably find that people referred to demonology or Goetic magic or ceremonial magic or something like that, but the specific term demonolatry wasn't really found in the mainstream until, as I said, S. Connolly started to publish. And her first book, which was Modern Demonolatry, was published in 1998. So I'd say maybe round about the not even early, say around about 2010, you may have started to come across demonology more and more in the mainstream. And as I said, now it's just a word that most people know in the magical communities anyway. Demonosophy, on the other hand, I don't know where it came from, don't know where it originated from, can't put my finger on it. But what I really want to discuss today is the difference between the difference between demonolatry and demonosophy, and if there is actually a difference, because honestly I don't know why the word demonosopher or demonosophy even came about, and there's a good reason for this, which I should be able to outline in this video today. Now, the other thing I just want to note before we get into that is that when it comes to the spellings of these words, demonology stays the same. It's D-E-M-O-N. It's the English, modern English use of the word demon. Whereas when it comes to demonolatry and demonosophy, they can be spelt D-E-M-O-N, etc., or D-A-E-M-O-N, etc. And the main reason for this is that, we're trying to get to the root of the word demon or daemon, from the Latin. So, it meant something different then: tutelary spirit, demigod, guiding spirit, all of those things, as opposed to what the modern English word D-E-M-O-N has come to mean in the Western societies, of being an evil spirit that is out to harm and get you. So just try and move away from that and back to its original interpretation and definition. Alright, so let's have a look. Starting with demonology. So demonology is really the study of demons, and you'll find that people who call themselves demonologists are usually, not all the time, but usually Christians, and they are studying the demons and talking trash about them, not really understanding them from a broader perspective, but only from that Christian worldview. So because of this, you'll probably find that people who work with demons, like demonolators and demonosophers, will not use the word demonology or demonologist, because it's just a bad word. Alright, so that's the simple one. Then we get into demonolatry. Now, the suffix olatry literally means worship of. So demonolatry is the worship of demons. Now, I think what we need to bring focus to here is the word worship. Alright, so we're going to get into the etymology of the words. So I went to etymonline.com, which is the place I always go to when I want to look at the origins of words. And let's have a look. So the word worship itself. So we've had a look at olatry. So it means the worship or the devotion to. In some instances, people will say that it's a fundamental worship of, or a fanatical worship of. But I don't think it's fanatical at all. It's just a worship or devotion to. So the word worship comes from Old English worship. I'll put the words up here so you can see how they're actually spelt. Worship from the Anglian, worship from the West Saxon, which mean condition of being worthy, dignity, glory, distinction, honor, renown. From weorth, which means worthy or worth, plus the suffix ship or ship. Okay, so as I'm saying these words, the Old English and the Anglian and such things, I'm going to put them up here somewhere. Alright, let's have a look. So what we find is a combination of the words worth and the suffix ship. So if we had to actually look at the etymology of each of these, so worth is from the Old English weorth, which is significant, valuable, of value, valued, appreciated, highly thought of, deserving, meriting, honourable, noble, of high rank, suitable for, proper, fit, capable. Okay, and the suffix ship, meaning quality, condition, act, power, skill, office, position, relation between. So when we put these two words together, worth and ship, because that's where worship comes from, worship, what we're looking at is the consideration that we consider the spirit, the demon that we're working with, to be worthy of the station or the office that that spirit holds, and therefore worthy of our honor and the interaction that we have with that spirit. So what this means is, a lot of people take this word worship and I think it's all about Christianity, and it's the act of throwing yourself at the mercy of a spirit, a god, the god, whatever. Okay, it's got nothing to do with throwing yourself at the mercy of. It really is giving the honor to a demon because they are worth that honor. They are worth the station or the office that they hold. Okay, so we're just really giving respect, and we are working with that demon, creating a relationship with that demon or that spirit. Okay, so then we get on to Demonosophy. So I can't be quite sure. This is just a suspicion, but I think the word demonosopher and demonosophy probably originated with Satan and Sons, but could be completely wrong there. I don't know, but that's my best guess. Alright, so if we do have a look at the Satan and Sons website, they have a definition which is demonosophy, meaning to work and walk with learning, knowledge and wisdom from the demons and dark lords, and working with companion demons and the dark lords to learn to leave. I assume that's a mistyping and it should have been lead. So let me read that bit again. and working with companion demons and the Dark Lords to learn to lead an inspired and empowered life. Demonosophers invite demons to join us on this journey and are our guides and mentors. Okay? So just to have a look at the word, the suffix sophy in this case means it's a word forming element meaning knowledge, from Old French sophie, from Latin sophia, and from Greek sophia, from sophia, which means skill, wisdom, knowledge. So if we take all of that into consideration, can you see a difference? Because I can't see a difference. I think it really is probably just a case of not understanding what the word worship means, and just taking that reaction of it being purely based in this Christian worldview, which is about throwing yourself at the mercy of, instead of that relationship that we create. Because when we're working with demons, the demons don't just sit there and go, oh, pray to me, proselytize yourself before me. You know, the demons want you to be the best you can possibly be, and they're not going to do things for you if you just ask for them. They're not going to bring you riches or bring you that girlfriend or boyfriend. They're not going to do anything. What they're going to do is they're going to guide you, and they're going to teach you how to do it yourself, how to build up yourself, build up the courage you need, build up the knowledge that you need in order to achieve something that you are looking to achieve. So really, when it comes to the idea of worshipping a spirit, it really is just considering them to be worthy of the station, the ship that they hold, and therefore worthy of the honor, and therefore we work with them, we walk with them, and they walk with us, and we create that relationship. Okay? That's really what demonolatry is, and worshipping the demons, which means that from what I can understand, Demonosophy is exactly the same thing. It's just that somebody misunderstood the word worship, took it out of context, and decided to be clever and just create a new word for the fun of it. That's my opinion anyway. Alright, so now you understand all three words. I'm sure some others will come up at some stage. We can have a look at those and take them to pieces and have a look at the etymology and see what they actually mean. And I think when it comes to any word, absolutely any word, look at the etymology of it, where its roots were, where it came from, because in a lot of cases, worship is a standard English word. So, taking just that word worship, and we are led to believe it means a certain thing, and it doesn't. It means something completely different. So really, have a look at the etymology of words. It's a fascinating topic. I think it's brilliant to do, and you can go to Etym Online. It's ETYM online.com, and plug your word in there, and it will give you a breakdown of exactly where the word came from, when it started being used, its roots, in other languages, or the older languages. So it really is fascinating to find out. So yeah, that's my suggestion. All right, so I'll see you on Wednesday for Ask Lee. Have a good one until then. Cheers for now. Bye bye.